Okay, Friday, 14th of February, 2025. So Adrian's daily vlog, sharing smart stuff men should know. Future Friday, plan and strategize. 99% of civilization is arbitrary. Now, that's quite an interesting, very profound first principle thing to state. 99%, of course, maybe a rounding error, but the vast majority, the critical mass of things around us are arbitrary. Interesting. The calendar is arbitrary. There's different kinds of calendars. Why use this one? The New Year's is calendary. Valentine's Day is arbitrary. Valentine's Day is arbitrary. Why can't New Year's be on 31st of June, for example? Valentine's Day, or why not 13th or 15th of February? Things like that. The way we measure things, why is an inch like that? Why is a centimetre like that? Well, actually, there's an interesting reason why a centimetre is like that. It's got to do with the size of the planet. But 24 hours in the day, why not 26 hours in the day? Why not adjust it? Why not use the metric clock? We use metric measurements, centimetres, metres. Why not a metric measurement of time? Interesting. Why is this cup, for example, this tall? Why not 2 centimetres taller, for example? Now, in some situations, it'll appear arbitrary because there'll be very specific engineering reason why that's the case. Cars, they're like that for a very specific reason. Same with airplanes, very interesting reason. But a lot of culture is arbitrary. The dates, again, why can't New Year's Day be the 31st of January, for example? In the Georgian calendar, never mind the rest of the calendars, the lunar calendar and all the rest. Why can't it be the 17th of November? Any day is as good as the rest. It's arbitrary, that one. The sun and the earth don't care. Nature doesn't care. Interesting. Rules. I did a video about this. The rule of law is myth. Rules are somewhat arbitrary. Why is the boundary there, not here? Maybe cultural, historical reasons, military reasons. Sure. Why is it this or that and that and this? Why is it like this? Well, because of. Okay, for example, why is it? You could say why is the carpet not thicker? Why is the window not thicker? Why is this drawer? Why is this cupboard here not taller, or thicker, or wider? Any particular reason? Now, interesting. Also, some situations they'll be based on science, like with the measurements, it's to do with the size of the Earth. That's why I say the vast majority, 99%, because then you can also say alcohol consumption. It'll be like that because of what's called the LD50, lethal dose 50. It's the measurement. It's the critical amount of something, literally anything, tea, water, coffee, you name it, that is poisonous. Because everything is poisonous. Going on a little tangent here, everything is poisonous. It depends on the dosage, depends on the amount and the time. Interesting. So some things were based on science. So for example, on alcohol, they'll say don't have more than 1 unit of alcohol per day. Okay, well, how do you define 1 unit? Well, it's this much amount of ethanol, alcohol, per anything, per measurement. And then those, 7 of those in a day is lethal, but 7 of those over 7 days, totally fine, for example. So in some situations, it's based on principles, hard mathematical, scientific principles, like the engineering of the plane, very specific reasons why like this and like that. And any longer here, it affects over here, it has problems over there. But that's fundamental to understand. And then you go to the biggest arbitrary thing of them all. And I want to do more videos about this in the future, but I'm very busy, kind of, so to speak. Religion. Interesting. Because you could say, look at the first principles, and again, you can't escape first principles. Look at the first principles of genetics, of people, say, in England, versus say anyone, no, let's say India. Because they say, or Middle East, they say not to drink alcohol. Not to drink alcohol. So, if I drink alcohol, I have 1 glass. Innocent amount. Negligible amount. A few sips. A shot of whatever. Totally fine. Totally in control, totally fine. Over there, problems, because it's that monkey see, monkey do, so to speak, over decades and generations. But even though the first fundamental principles, the enzymes in the body will be largely fine. You have a little shot, not going to affect you. Interesting. But then some people will say, well, it does affect me genetically, or it makes my eyes red, or makes me dizzy, whatever else. It's too much all at once, whatever. But why is it doesn't affect me, and it's someone else, it affects them genetically speaking, and that they create arbitrary rules around that? Because at that point, then it becomes everything or nothing. Either they have some alcohol, and it's fine, no worries, within moderation, again, LD50, or you say, right, well, it affects us badly, never again. And that compounds over time because people don't develop the enzymes. So that change, the impact of even little bit of alcohol becomes even more present and more visible, more noticeable. Resistance, basically. Like you take a vegetarian and they eat meat, they'll be sick straight away. As soon as it touches the lips or tongue, quite possibly, certainly when it's in the stomach, they won't have the enzymes to digest it. They'll be sick. But someone who eats it all the time, no problems. And because on those things, it creates these arbitrary rules. No alcohol this, no alcohol here, no alcohol there, no this, no that, no here, no there. Meat but no cow. Alcohol's fine over here but not over there. Interesting. Very interesting. Bit of both, really. Based on genetics, based on culture as well. Because then you could say, well, why in those countries, we can find some places and buy alcohol and it's fine, or it's taboo, but as a matter of fact, I can buy it. That's interesting. And you can go further than that. You can follow that logic more and say, well, it's money, it's power, it's interest, it's culture, it's the Western world we live in, whatever else. But understand the principle, the vast majority of things in the world, 24 hours in a day, why not 23? Why not the metric clock? Why not these sleeves longer? Why not this chair taller? Why not this phone wider? Now, there'll be real world repercussions for that, logistics and manufacturing material and time, yes, but why not? Example again, New Year's. Why not New Year's Day on the 29th of March? Why is that? Why not? Interesting. It's an interesting understanding to realise a lot of things are arbitrary and subject to change as well. Just how the world went from, I forgot what it's called. We have the Georgian calendar now. Julian calendar, I guess it would be. Like that. And that one was that a few hundred years ago. Interesting. Why not this book? Why not this book thicker or taller or wider? Anything. Why do we use certain GSM with paper? Any reason? I generally don't know. Manufacturing reasons, I guess. Interesting. Why do we use Times New Roman a lot? Or Arial? Or things like that. And then you could go even further and say, well, again, genetics. Oh, we like sans serif font, but we don't like serif font. Things like that. So it's interesting hit and miss. Some things genetically based or principle based, but some things arbitrary. Cultural reasons, really. Monkey see, monkey do. I did a video about this, I think last week. I'm sure it was last Sunday, I guess. It was it was social learning theory. We do it like this because we always have done it like that. We've done it like this since day one, since time immemorial. Or we always have. Why do we drink tea? Because it's a cultural norm and it's kind of ingrained in our behaviour. We could easily drink herbal tea. We could easily drink black tea or green tea. Or we could easily just continue drinking coffee. Or just keep it simple. Just have water all the time. Technology, innovation, culture, markets, you name it. Interesting. Why does English have 26 letters in the alphabet? Good question. Historical reasons, I imagine. But why not introduce more letters that have got accents in them? So English is easier to pronounce. The words are easy to understand how to pronounce them by having accents. Well, any reason. Maybe in 1,000 years, who knows? In 1,000 years, who knows? Interesting. But understand, the critical mass, the majority, 99% of things are arbitrary in life, in the world, the rules, regulations. But even then, there'll be deep scientific reasons behind it. So here, for example, this road, why is the speed limit 30 miles per hour? Why not 29, 31, 31 and a half? Well, in that case, then you could say it's easy to remember 30, nice round number, as opposed to 29, 31 and a half. Where's that? But 30, it's there, easy to understand. It's a nice round number, very easy to remember. Interesting. So there'll be things like that. Very interesting. And subject to change. But otherwise, Adrian's daily vlog, sharing smart stuff men should know. Subscribe for more, and you will see me tomorrow.